all kinds of other stuff. They have a hydroelectric plant actually in the cave that they set up, and that provides light, heat, ventilation. Because in a cave, it's always 50 degrees. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's been widely knowledge for years.
It's always 50
always
degrees.
Live in a cave, 50 day or night, summer, winter.
Right. So this is a way for them to live where it's a little
clammy year-round.
A little warmer. Yeah, can you imagine how musty it is in there?
Oh, God.
Have you seen this email that's been circulating around? It's Osama to his cave mates, how to keep the cave clean. It's like an internal memo.
Oh, you'd be dusting all the time.
Always dust. Bad. I mean, how do you have an operating suite? They do show like an operating room where they're bringing people in.
And you'd always be reaching up, pulling a stalagmite or stalactite to turn on a light.
Well, Osama also has got a medical problem, so don't they always have to be working on him?
He can do his own dialysis every day. He's got that tube, and he just puts bottled water in, and it comes out the other end, and he's clean.
Something. Not bottled water, but it's something.
Whatever it is.
How about a little, it is kind of a fun thing. I mean, have your own cave, because they're showing this. I mean, it looks like Osama might have 40,000 square feet of cave dwelling. Now, when he's out of there, does he put a big Remax sign on the side of the mountain? Does a guy come in a yellow coat and try to sell you this thing?
Well, these caves have been passed down for 10 or 20 years now.
I think you're going to like this one.
What's his name?
Genghis Khan. No relative.
No relation. Right, who tried to capture that nation and was defeated. That's why they thought we would be defeated, but his laser-guided bombs were camels.
So, right, it's a little different. But these caves, I mean, they come out and they go, this cave's a little fixer-upper here. This cave is perfect for a family of 60 or 70.
Handy terrorist special.
If these guys just put that energy to something good, all this digging into the mountains, imagine what they could accomplish.
Right.
Well, the problem is we built this thing for them.
Well,
actually, this Torah, or whatever, Bora Torah.
But they have dug some of their own, too.
Yeah,
we didn't dig all of them over there. They got
going back to Genghis Khan. I mean, we weren't around for that. But
they would send 2 or 3 Afghans to the side of a mountain, and they wouldn't emerge until Pakistan.
But this Bora Torah, though, is really, kind of, that's one we built, isn't it? Did we spend all of our money to build it?
We spent money, but our officials are not taking a lot of credit for it. They're just saying that it's possible when we were sending them millions a year that was used toward that.
Bin Laden's mountain fortress looks like any of those hotels where all the rooms look out into a courtyard in the center. That's how it's designed, it seems.
Some of the caves have a hole that
Bin Laden Suites. That's the name of his mountain thing. It's very nice. Every room is a suite. It's not no single rooms.
Some have holes that go to Pakistan.
That's nice. It's nice when you have
Can you imagine squatting and walking to Pakistan?
Is that a little claustrophobic?
I can't imagine having one night in a 5-star hotel in Pakistan, let alone squatting and walking to it through a cave.
Well, you won't.
But that's why these people are so angry, I think. They're angry because look at what their life is. They live in a cave.
This is featured in the new Neiman Marcus catalog, by the way, for $1.5 million.
They have no gross national product. They have nothing. They produce nothing. Unless you count.
but a pain in the ass. They produce that very well.
Terrorism.
They produce terror.
And horrible pictures of people stepping on landmines.
They are one of the largest consumers of prosthetic feet in the world.
Why don't they get the Taliban that they've captured and have them walk into the landmine area,
right,
and just take care of that? So you've got
civil rights going on. Minesweepers?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Somebody would be objecting.
Who? This is war.
Like the UN.
200 to 300.
There's always the Red Cross.
Oh, yeah, because
UN.
we got a nice warning on September 11th. Okay?
Hey, excuse me, but we're civilized. We're not barbaric jagdorks like they are.
Oh, okay.
Gary says we'll be civilized later.
Yeah, as soon as this is taken care of, then we'll be civilized.
Actively engaged in the rules of war, right? Even though they may not be, we are. Nice cave, though, I'm telling you. You got to see this thing on the website. The one in the paper is not quite as extensive, but it gives you a good idea of what it's like to live in a mountain. And it's no way to go through the rest of your life, pal. I'll tell you that right now. I'd rather... If I'm Osama, I tell my kids to shoot me in the head right now, as opposed to waiting for the United States to get closer, because this living in a cave is for the, for moles. What lives in a cave? Except for scorpions.
But a toy company is going to put that out because there's a lot of nice accessories.
Bats.
You got the little oil storage area. It's like those garages we got as a kid. You'd have the ramp going up.
Oh, I love those.
Yes, everybody had one of those garages.
A little elevator that you put your car on and you crank it up?
Sure.
Oh, those were the best.
Right.
That's what this looks like, yeah. All right, well, let's do that. At Osama's cave, it would be perfect for Christmas in Kabul. How about a little Christmas in Kabul, huh? A little something, a little Wonderful Life. We'd go over there, play Santa, give some gifts. We had this caller yesterday, this guy. We ended the show, and I warned you about this. I warned you about this.
But it was perfect for the way we wanted to end, on a very angry note.
A guy called. He was very upset with us, says that we are not in any way, specifically me. I think he thinks Gary's a great humanitarian, but we are in no way humanitarians. We are in no way helping this cause. We were trying. These are human beings here. Osama bin Laden's a human being, and nobody's paying any attention.
But he called right after he talked about the Kabul Zoo and what the people over there have been doing to the animals, and he seemed to think that was okay.
Well, no, because I said, can you believe these people? And when I said these people, then all of a sudden...
Well, we were referring to the people that are poking the bear in the eye with a stick and everything else that they're doing.
Maybe you were. I'm referring to everybody in Afghanistan.
He calls about every other day defending Afghanistan.
And I was
the right climate for that.
Back when I was on the air in 1942, believe me, I was talking about all the Japanese at the same time when I was saying the Japanese. Right?
You said them people. You meant all the Japanese.
People. That's what I meant them, because we were at war with them people. Right?
Right.
And now we're at war with these people. And you don't know who these people are anyway. Whose side are we on, and whose side are they on? One day they're wearing a turban on their head, and they're going, I'm going to kill you, America. The next day they're I'm going to eat your food,
right.
America.
And they're wearing a New York Yankees cap.
Right.
You don't know.
Right. How are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to keep up with this?
Mullah Omar's new message is, we welcome the Americans to come here so we can win the war.
Okay.
What?
Well, he better kick it in pretty soon.
As he fled Kandahar...
I love how tough talking these guys are.
Yeah. They say as he fled Kandahar, he told them
their beard is on fire.
To fight till the death. He told his troops as he fled.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Right.
He said,
you guys stay and fight. I'm going to go now.
We will be victorious, and we welcome the American presence so we can defeat them.
Come on, bring it down, big guy.
Yeah, he's like that Monty Python character, just a torso.
Wait till he finds out.
Yet.
We have heat sensors that can not only show where their power plant is inside these caves, but can detect the heat of a human being through the ventilation shaft. And we just wait as we detect those bombs away.
Come on, tough guy. You think you're so bad? Come on over here and say that. And then we show up.
Then we're over there.
Cross this line. I dare you. Okay, cross this one.
He's running as he's drawing the line. It's very hard to do. What he has is just a little trail of
Mullah Omar. Does he have one eye, too?
No, that was his buddy who the myth was that had plucked his eye out because it offended him after he took a piece of shrapnel. That he just took his knife and said...
He probably just fell on a rock and wanted to sweeten the story up.
Or maybe he just wears an eye patch because he looks tougher than that.
Right, he's not even blind in that eye.
Probably ran to Paris to a hospital like a sissy.
Bin Laden Mountain Fortress also looks like an ant farm. Remember those ant farms with the glass? Yeah. You can watch the ants cut through there? It has that look.
That's funny. The Osama ant farm. Oh, we've got such good ideas for the holiday season.
Get Mattel on the phone, Todd.
On the blower. All right, well...
There's one flaw in the cave, though. Do you see? They store their arms and munitions, including Stinger missiles, right under their ventilation system. Now, when our 5,000-pound Buster bomb combined with a daisy cutter hits there...
Daisy cluster, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah. That won't be the thing you want to be sleeping above.
There's a daisy... They're combining the daisy cutter and a cluster bomb.
Kind of, yeah. In fact, in the Tribune, they talk about the various assaults that can be made on the cave.
Again, this is like every lair a Bond villain had.
Right.
They always had something like this.
You know what he doesn't have, though, that he really needs? He needs a Unirail system, like a tram system that's running through the cave.
And guys in uniforms constantly working at a panel.
Right.
On the third floor by that railing. Because those are the guys that fall over the railing when Bond comes in and starts shooting.
Right, guys are working on big things on the wall and turning dials.
Right.
He doesn't have any big dials.
Right, and then when the alarm goes off, they all start running helter-skelter. There's always that scene.
I wonder if these guys are in orange jumpsuits with orange helmets on. Hot, 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 hot.
Come and get this right now. You and what army?
Close crater door. Do you think they've got a guy in a big loudspeaker saying things like that? Close crater door. Open crater door. They don't have that, I don't think.
And Osama petting his pussycat, watching this panel of lights going on and off. Are we secure?
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. Oh, Mr. Bond, so good of you to join us. We have been expecting you. Maybe now you would like to wait and see the destruction of the entire Western world with me. And then the open crater door. And there's like a big warhead that's sticking up there ready to go. In 5 minutes' time, there will be nothing left in America, Washington, or New York. And they're watching things on radar screens.
Right, and then there's a timer.
Right,
and then there's a key
down.
that's turned,
Right.
and here we go.
And all these guys who, and he'll have Asian guys too, for no good reason.
Right.
There'll be Asian guys, and there'll be guys that look like they're Chinese, and that ready to turn a key and do something. Who hired those guys? Why are they here?
Then there's Bond in some other room on a mattress with a foxy woman, because that's what happened. He got in, but he got captured, but he's going to get out now.
So I see that you have met my friend Pussy Galore. You think she'll be involved in this?
And who would play that role?
It is too bad she will not live to see the rest of the day either, Mr. Bond. And then somehow he's got it. Where is he? Where is he when we need him? That's what I would like to know. All right, well...
Probably Jennifer Lopez, right? She'll play the Bond girl this time.
Actually, the problem is, Hollywood makes this a lot better than reality, because probably the Bond girl, some woman wearing one of those mushroom outfits, right? Not so hot looking, but, he's looking over there. Oh, you have met my number one spy, Pussy Galore. And then it's a woman in a burqa. And
braided armpits.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, yeah, great. This is what I
Terrific.
signed up for? I don't think so. Do you expect me to talk, Osama?
The babies. Don't you see?
Mike, do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you will if you go to one of these dances. That's what they're saying.
All right, Mike, good luck to you.
All right.
Thanks.
Rain likely tonight and tomorrow. More juke calls after we take a break here. Christina.